The year is 2020. I'm sitting in my bedroom, peak COVID lockdown, with absolutely nothing to do. I've just got through another 8-hour YouTube binge, and I'm feeling drained. This is it. Tomorrow's the day I turn everything around. I'm done with this lifestyle. I need to start working out every day. I'm gonna start a YouTube channel. I'm gonna stop scrolling. It'll be great. But you already know how that went. The next day was exactly the same. Another 8-hour YouTube binge, another brief window of inspiration, and another failure. I was trapped in this endless cycle of consumption for years. See, for most of my life, I've been consuming. In high school, it was just school and video games. In college, it was school and YouTube. It was always input, 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 but never any output. I was always either watching self-help content, thinking I was being productive with my time, learning something that was going to help me become the person I wanted to become, or I was watching entertainment content, thinking that I've had a long day and I felt drained and that I deserved this time, this entertainment. But the reality was, no matter what I was doing, I was just wasting my time, procrastinating taking action, consuming over and over and over so I could stay passive. And the more I consumed, the more I learned what I should be doing, what I was doing wrong, what I needed to change about myself. So I was always telling myself, I'm not ready yet. I just need to watch one more video. I'll start after I finish this podcast. I'll start after I finish this book. But the more I consumed, the worse I felt about myself, my life. I felt like I was doing everything wrong, and I was comparing myself to everyone else. I wasn't progressing anywhere, and I was just more aware of everything I wasn't doing. Tomorrow was always the day I would start, and it never came. Because the truth is, there's never a perfect time to start. The perfect time to start is right now in this moment, today. With the life I was living, something had to give. And eventually it did. I hit a wall. I finally realized that no matter how much I was consuming, no matter how much time I wasted, I wasn't improving myself or pushing towards my goals or taking action or doing anything. And I finally realized that telling myself tomorrow was the day was always a lie. And inaction was the true enemy. Being passive, being a viewer of my life. And the only way forward for me was to just start. The book that changed everything for me was Atomic Habits by James Clear, because it introduced me to something called system design, which I've talked about before on this channel. Basically designing your environment in a way to make the habits that you want to do easier and the habits that you don't want to do harder. So design your environment in a way that supports action and not distraction. So here's what I did. And this took me literal years to find the system that works for me. I made it literally impossible for me to consume things that I didn't want to spend my time on. I've talked about these systems many times on my channel, but on my phone, I have apps like ScreenZen that block all distracting apps. I have screen time limits with a screen time password that I don't know. So when my screen time limit comes up, I literally have to get off the app. I don't have a choice. I lock my phone in a literal lockbox all day while I'm working. On my computer, I have something called Cold Turkey Blocker, which is absolutely amazing. It literally only gives me a 30-minute window every day to go on YouTube and any other distracting apps. And if I miss that window, that's too bad for me. And that's my system. There's a little more to it. It's a little more complexity. I'm not going to dive into it in this video. You can watch this video about my entire system on my computer and my phone that stops me from scrolling. But the idea of it is simple. I've designed my environment, my technologies, in a way that I cannot consume. The only thing I can do is create. When I get on my phone, I can't click on YouTube. When I go on my computer, I can't go on Facebook. I can't go on Twitch. I can't mindlessly consume. And that's what really changed everything for me. Designing my life in a way where I don't have a choice. Using these systems to create friction. And once I added the friction on consuming and reduced the friction on creating, I had space, I had time, I had energy. And in that space, with that energy, I just sent it. Started writing videos, started building Notion templates, started coding fun projects that I thought would be cool, started just creating instead of consuming, being myself, building hobbies, finding time to do the things that I enjoyed. Because there's so much untapped creativity in all of us, but it's buried under endless content. When I started creating consistently, everything started to change for me. Opportunities opened up, my happiness levels improved, my mental health improved. I started entering flow states, something that I just missed out on for so long. And my mindless consumption started turning into mindful consumption and eventually mindful creation. Everything I read, everything I listened to was useful in that moment, and it was going to help my life in some way. And here's the other thing about consumption that people don't talk about enough. The dopamine hits are literally so high from these apps. that real life just starts to feel so boring in comparison to these. But if you can break that cycle of these endless dopamine hits at your fingertips at any time, life starts to become more exciting again. And the thing about creating is it doesn't matter what you create. You can create anything. It's just about breaking out of that cycle of consumption and just learning to be with your thoughts. Just get your creativity out. Play an instrument, write things down. Just do anything. Create something and put it out into the world. The act of creating itself is what counts. And if you don't know your passions yet, you'll find them by trying stuff. And I'm not saying I'm perfect. No one is. I still fall into old habits and scroll sometimes and waste my time, but I have put systems in place that prevent me from being able to do that on a regular basis. If I fail, I change my system in some way to make it so I can't do that again. Make the bad habits hard and make the good habits easy. Figure out what you want to stop doing and add friction. Figure out what you want to start doing and make it easier. Make the Notes app the first app on your home screen when you open it, or some music app, or whatever app you want to use to create. So, like I said, this battle between creation and consumption, it doesn't end. I still fight it every day. You'll fight it every day. But the systems make it easier. They make it possible to win. And the more you create, the easier it becomes to stay out of the trap. So if you've been stuck in that loop, if you've just been learning and watching and planning but never doing, just start. Write one sentence, record one thought, make one thing. You've consumed enough. It's time to start creating. If you enjoyed this video, I also made a video about 15 habits that make my life so fun that I don't have time to scroll anymore. Click here to check that out. Or if you want to watch a video about how I removed all distractions from my life, stopped doom scrolling, got things off my computer, you can click here to watch that. And I go into all the systems I have set up more in depth. All right, thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next one.